Welcome to the Leela Life Show. I'm your host, Linda Andrews, and you've tuned in to the right place to up-level in your life and business. Enjoy the show. Welcome to the Leela Life Show. I'm your host, Linda Andrews, and I am so excited to be with you today on our season finale. So we just finished the first quarter of 2022, and we have been through a number of different episodes, both of what I've brought you one-on-one and also what we have had with our guest experts. So I wanted to use today as a little opportunity to recap and to maybe something pings in your mind of like, oh yeah, that one, or you want to go back to, and just letting yourself see what is coming up for you. So we started this season off with patterns. This is something as a teaching topic I am so passionate about. I remember like it was yesterday, the moment that I had my aha moment about how much of our life is run by habits and patterns, and many, if not most of those being subconscious habits and patterns imprinted from, say, the ages of 0 to 8 to 20. Different experts have different thoughts on that. And then the ability to consciously and unconsciously through different practices, but let's even say consciously, to start building that awareness to the habits and patterns, asking yourself, is this empowering or disempowering, and making the commitment to those changes. So habits and patterns, ping, ping, ping. The next episode we had was Deconstructing Self-Discovery with Megan and Barbara, with their powerful program that they have, Integrate to Upgrade. And they were just talking about the different life areas and how to really have that accountability to what you desire, and having those regular check-ins about what you desire and making those shifts within your life, which is a really nice segue to the next episode. That was The Journey is the Destination. This has been a powerful teaching to me, especially over the past few years, where, striving, going, dreaming, visioning, which I love, but it's also being. And this whole purpose and practice of the Leela way is to heal, be, and create. And be is certainly in the middle of that for a reason, because that's the gift that we get to tap into, check in on, and really be with in all our moments. So I'd love to know how you're savoring the destination, which is the journey, in your day-to-day, if that was inspiring for you, for us to hear about that. We had our guest expert, Ina Toppler. She is amazing and such an expert with her hormonal health and ways of really optimizing hormones, understanding the different impacts of whole body systems on that hormone health. And she really, really, really uses natural health to balance out those hormones and the imbalances. So she's a practiced 16-year nutritionist. Natural health is something that I am hyped on always and have been on my own curious discovery of. And that was just such a great reminder of how, what I would say is perfect our bodies are and the systems that help run them. And if one little thing gets off, how we can make some supportive decisions to really, really help that. Which our next episode from our natural health here is the mutually exclusive episode, talking about how healing doesn't have to be this opting out of reality, getting this, 30 days at the ashram or recovery or wherever it is, that this can be ongoing in your life. And it truly is. And if it's that you need some integration time and then you need some really focused healing work, that it's there for you, and really the power of that. And that was continued a couple weeks later with the healing episode, and talking through wholeness and understanding that if that's the aim, if that is the landing spot that each of us are born to experience, how can you be taking those action steps, and what does that feel like? So bouncing back a week, we had the Power of Systems with Victoria Hajar. She is so amazing, a marketing genius, and talking about really implementing these different systems and the consistency, being consistent, and the power of the consistency, especially as a startup. is so powerful. So that was a really fun conversation, followed by another really fun conversation with Mrs. Allison Charles. She is such a powerful, renowned shaman. She's has her animal power book out, and she got to be a special guest sharing with us some insights into the animal totem and using those as part of your own process and practice. I think since that episode, I've seen more snakes, bees, birds than I could ever know. And I just kind of, oh, and squirrels, I laugh because they're getting a lot closer to me. And it's kind of been really fun to be up close and personal. So the animal channel portal activated, bouncing from how to use these animal symbols and how to use these tools, getting into wealth expanded. So it's just an overview of parts of those processes of, especially if you're feeling any financial stagnation, redefining the terms, doing some healing work, being able to have clarity about what you're claiming in, action about what you're claiming in, and really owning, your spot in your journey financially. And this definitely relates to business as well. If you want to hit your next level and there's some things you might need to clean up or tighten up, it's like looking at it first, overcoming any avoidance tendencies, and in that process just noticing what little voices are there for you, telling you, talking to you about maybe why you can't, and then you're really owning and stepping into why you can. From that juicy goodness, we traversed over to the mind magic with our favorite Tracy Litt mindset coach, so powerful, talking about challenges, overcoming them, some of her neuroscience techniques and technology, and just really the power of these embodying behaviors, alignment, getting the good and bad out of your head, and really being able to see that it's all your evolution, it's all your journey. This is all that beautiful feedback loop for you to really anchor into and step into your, what she calls, what does she want? Who is she? And then our last two power packed episodes. And I really hope that there's little ding nugget here for you, and you're able to through these reminders, have something for you today. Or you can go back and listen to everyone. So our final solo episode with me was all about making space and the power of space clearing and what that can open up for you, both in if you're calling in something new, but also just letting creativity flow, letting energy flow truly, and some different space clearing practices. We had our amazing Anessa several months back, probably years at this point, talking through feng shui. So if you piggyback off of that episode, you can get some great tips if you need to make some room in your life. And last but very not least, such a fun conversation with Nikki about developing a brand and understanding that you have the power to create, to step into, to own, to lead what you want, how you want to in your business and in your life. And she is such a beautiful example of that. So here we are in the last week of March 2022, ending the first quarter of the year. And this is a beautiful time for some check-in. If you aren't already a member of the collective, I really hope you'll consider joining. These little check-ins, these opportunities to process, to journal, to vision, to own what you're creating consciously in your life are there in abundance for you. And this is not only through the different teachings that I share more in depth inside the collective, but also breath work, meditation, different guest experts doing more in-depth teachings, and also some special partner discounts. So if you need some extra support in your life, need some extra consciousness in your life, definitely check that out. If you are in the West Palm Beach area, we have the wellness hour each month. So our next one will be in April. You'll definitely want to come check that out if you can. And we're just here really with the intention of helping you be as powerful of a creator that you can in your life. So I'd love for you for a moment here to consider, is there anything that's holding you back? Is there anything that feels like this pinging of a soul calling? And I don't care if this is big, if this is small, if this is the type of thing that is a big life change or a little shift, just checking in around what that is, showing up for you, pinging to you. And can you note 3 steps that if you took over the next week, that would help you get there? And then the second piece to that is if you took 3 steps in the next quarter, and this could be bigger steps, this could actually be projects, but what would that do for you and where would that take you? And the last question that I have for you is who would you have to be every day? And really sit with this, who would you have to be? And you could change the would to could, who could you be? But the would feels really empowering in the sense that who would you have to be if in 3 months what you would love to call in is true? Who would you have to be? And then the could feels softening. Who could you be? Maybe that feels more freeing for you. So playing around with both of those questions, both of those words. And then as the great, amazing Tony Robbins says in his teachings of some of his different processes, if you don't schedule it, it's not real. And this has always hit home with me. It's very much so with the different projects I tend to work on, whether it's a rigid schedule or if it's like, I have to do this today, finding that ebb and flow that can support you in your journey to make your dreams and visions a reality. This is that aligned action. And when you're in integrity to yourself, in commitment to your desires, this aligned action is the make it. I'm not even going to say or break it. It's just the make it. You've decided you're doing it. You're taking the aligned action. So as always, have grace for yourself. As always, let yourself be in that observer role versus the like pressure cooker breathing down your neck, perfectionisty. It's observing, it's noticing. It's one of my favorite tools, Awareness Tool 101, noticing. Just start to notice. And from that, the inspirational flow, the shifts will flow, your intuition will flow. And let us know what you're creating. We want to know, we want to hear, and let us know what you have created. Let us know over the past quarter, what's been your favorite, what's really resonated. We have a powerful season of episodes ahead, and we are so excited to bring that content to you. So as always, make it a beautiful day, cheering you on, celebrating you wherever you are on the journey. And we will see you next week and season on the Legal Life Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of the Leela Life Show. Be sure to share, like, and comment. Tune in next week. And if you're not already a member of the Leela Life Collective, you'll want to be. So take a look in the show notes and be sure you sign up today. Have a beautiful day.